All right, today I'm going to do something a little bit different. I wanted to get a little bit of a laugh. Who knows? Maybe I'll get a little bit triggered. But anyways, I seen this USA versus Europe memes, and I want to check this out. I hear a lot of stuff in the comments about what people think about the USA and stuff like that. So I was like, what the hell? Let's check this out. If you guys like this type of comment, the best way to let me know is hit that like button. I'd appreciate it. And if you don't, go ahead and hit the dislike button too. Let me know how you feel. If you like to follow me on my journey, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Would love to have you. But let's go ahead, jump into this, and see what they are talking about. I am a little nervous and scared, but I'm here for it. All right, let's see.
USA is the best country, and everyone wants to live here. No, you're wrong. European countries are better. Aurora, penguins, and peace. I should live in Antarctica. Why can't you just be normal?
Wait, am I dumb or Aurora? Like the Aurora Borealis? It's right over my head? I don't know.
Aurora, penguins,
right off
and
the
peeps.
bat.
I should live in Antarctica. Why can't you just be normal? Screams in Fahrenheit. Me. How old were you? American. Oh,
Wait. Screams in Fahrenheit. Why? Because everybody else uses Celsius? Come on, man. Come on, man.
Why can't you just be normal? Screams in Fahrenheit. Me. How old were you? American. Oh, I was a freshman. Me. A European. I still have no idea how old you were. Someone from the UK. I'm in sixth form. Me. How many regenerations do you have left? Someone.
What? I'm in sixth. Am I just dumb? I don't understand half of these. I was a freshman. Okay, freshman in college, freshman in high school. I don't know. Me and the European, I'm still have no idea how old you are. I get it because I think you guys say like year one, year two, stuff like that. But the second one here, I don't understand.
Someone from the UK. I'm in sixth form.
Sixth form. The hell is that? How many regenerations do you have left? What? Oh my
Me.
god.
How many regenerations do you have left? Someone. I personally think the US has good European typing. European houses resisted the biggest storms, built out of concrete and stone, built for eternity. American houses. Help, there's some wind.
That is okay. That's 100% false. Okay, I'm not gonna say 100% false, but I mean maybe I guess you have a lot more brick and stone houses maybe, but we have tornadoes and very high winds. They are built out of wood and stuff like that, but we have basements and stuff like that. So I kind of get it, but don't agree. I love the drawings though.
Concrete and stone, built for eternity. American houses. Help, there's some wind. You guys are disrespectful and don't deserve to win. You are doing the same thing, stop hating us. Europe is fighting each other again. Nice. European wars. Try that again and I'll break your other hand as well. American wars. Please don't hurt me. My friend came back from the UK today, and this is the only picture he took. American food. This is real. We have stuff like this in stores. When telling the temperature, it's important to note that degrees Celsius stands for correct, and F stands for fake. I think you mean can't land on the moon, and landed on the moon. Everyone on Tumblr is screaming about Area 51. Me, a European. US house damaged by wind. Austrian house damaged by a 10-ton massive rock.
Okay. We're going to talk about this a little bit. That bottom one is freaking insane. But that house looks like it's made out of wood. Maybe it's not. But anyways, that is insane. And the one on top saying damaged by some winds. Look up Cat 5 tornado winds. It's not just some. Just saying. But holy crap, can we talk about this freaking boulder in the house? That is nuts.
Rock. No, you can't just cool your house. It uses too much energy. AC go pip. Please help him. He is injured. Does he have insurance though? I wish I lived in Europe. You could.
I get it, and I probably shouldn't stop all the time trying to defend stuff, but I mean, if you're in danger or if you're injured, it doesn't matter if you have insurance or not, you still get help.
Please help him. He is injured. Does he have insurance though? I wish I lived in Europe. You can literally ride a bike for about 20 minutes and end up in a different country with a completely different culture. If I ride a bike here for 20 minutes, I would just end up at another Walmart. Another section of Walmart. Okay, that's cool, but in America you can get 100 McNuggets for $25. Healthcare in Europe versus healthcare in USA. It's okay, we're gonna figure this out. You have money, right? How Americans see their beer versus how Germans see their beer. A European waking up early. A new problem in the US. Wimpy US outlook.
Wait, that went by too fast. What was that?
A European waking up early.
Waking up early. And then what?
A new problem in the
A new problem in the US. I mean, this show, I love this show, by the way. It was Community. But I don't understand what they mean by a new problem in the US.
Wimpy US outlook. Shad Europe outlook. This post was made by the EU gang.
Oh my
How I sleep
God.
at night with my European superiority complex. Europeans after a 5-hour car trip to visit another country. Americans after their weekly 5-hour car ride to the grocery store. Europeans. American food is so unhealthy. Also Europeans. Breakfast when you're from Europe.
A coffee and cigarettes for breakfast. That's funny.
American food is so unhealthy. Also
It is
Europeans.
bad, dude. American food is horrible. Dude, hopefully they get this under control. They're supposedly working on trying to get us to the right levels of Europe does it right when it comes to ingredients in food. And the reason we have so many different types of food and it tastes so good is because they put a bunch of, I can't swear, crap in it that's not good for you. And we, oh my God, the process, the dyes, oh my gosh, yeah. It needs to get fixed. It's bad. It's bad.
Breakfast when you're from Europe and you're losing an argument against an American. At least I have healthcare. President of America. Meanwhile, the president of Portugal. He's
What? What the frick?
just chilling. Haha, I build tall building. No, tall buildings will hide our beautiful and historical architecture. Asia and America. How many tall buildings do you want? Yes. Americans when asked their opinions on 90% of European countries. What is this? Americans with England or France. Americans with Ireland for whatever reason. Let's go!
Wait, so Americans when asked their opinion, 9% of European countries. Americans with England or France. Okay.
Europeans calling Americans stupid for not being able to name half of the countries in Europe. Europeans not being able to name half of the US states. I'd like some freedom and a side of liberty, please.
I love that photo. That is awesome.
Europe, but without the cringe. You know, in Europe, it's not customary to tip, and they write the date with the day before the month. That's pretty neat. I can respect that. No, you can't just use month, date, year. French friend. Well, the total cost of me going to med school is about 406 a year. 1,000? No, euro. It sounds a little high, but it covers the costs of my textbooks, extra classes, and most of my housing. How much is it for you? That's $459. What the hell? Euro.
Wait. $406 a year? No way.
Of my housing. How much is it for you? That's $459. What the hell? European to American friend. Happy birthday, bro. American. Dude, my birthday is tomorrow. European. I am 4 hours ahead of you. Europeans, when they find out that America is only the 12th most obese country. American.
That is true. Everybody thinks that everybody is fat. Fat. Don't look at me, guys. Fat over here.
When they find out that America is only the 12th most obese country. Americans saying Van Gogh is pronounced Van Gogh. British saying it's pronounced Van Gogh. It's a Dutch name, and Dutch pronounce it as Van Gogh. Meta is threatening to shut down Facebook and Instagram in Europe. This company is falling apart. If they close Facebook, the average IQ in Europe would probably go up by 50 points. Italy bad. No, we have the best country, best food, best football, best landscape. Screw you. Italy is bad. True. Wait, do American people not call their friends mate? Is this a thing? Yep, I'm sure some do, but most people just say friend, which is boring, but whatever. Wait, so you go up to your friends and be like, hello friend, we use names. In some regions, it is customary to greet our friends with affectionate pet names, like dumb, making a house with proper equipment? Nah, let's just use this. Americans. I just finished high school. I think I'll become a plumber so I can earn 70k before I'm 25. Europeans. I just finished my PhD in computer science. Will anyone pay me 30k? Makes fun of the United States all the time. Gets all defensive when you make fun of Europe. Americans cooking. Add a cup of flour. I don't know, it says add a cup of flour. Should I pack it a little? A lot or not at all? Europeans cooking. Add 120 grams of flour. Done. I wish my parents were rich so I can roam around Europe telling people I'm trying to find myself. If you ever think American stereotypes are over the top, remember that my mum just made me an apple pie because I'm moving out of the country on Friday. And my bedroom is going to be turned into an eagle sanctuary person. What's living in America like? Me. I feel like I need to go to a mental hospital, but I don't want to throw my family into years of debt. My wife asked for a latte in Rome, and she was given a glass of warm milk. Yes, because Italians call it cafe latte. She got what she asked for. Milk.
Yeah, it makes sense. Coffee, milk, coffee latte is coffee and milk. If you want just a latte, you get just milk.
Milk? Yes, because Italians call it cafe latte. She got what she asked for. Milk. America is just all the people Europe didn't like. I guess you could say they were all American rejects. Did you just favor
Wait.
Europe didn't like? I guess you could say they were all American rejects. Did you just favor it? British sigh. Slightly lower Australian sigh. Canadian apology. Unwarranted American Declaration of Freedom. European scream of shut the hell up, America. Asian confusion. Ancient Europeans were lactose intolerant. They drank milk anyway, study finds. This is so funny and so human. Americans when Europeans make fun of them. It's okay. Europeans when Americans make fun of them. Europeans normally. Can't stand Americans. Europeans when they play Grand Theft Auto for the first time. Now I am become Florida man, the consumer of drugs. Dear America, these are not Smarties, these are Smarties, get it right. Sincerely, Europe, thank you kind soul. And Australia mate, dear Europeans, this is not a biscuit, this is a biscuit. Sincerely, the guardians of breakfast and freedom. Wrong. Lies and slander. We're experiencing heavy snow, massive snowstorm. More vodka. Looks like spring, eh? Banging my fists on the table. The cashiers have chairs. Cashiers don't have chairs where you live. In America, if you're not standing, you're not working. In Europe, if you're working, you're working. Chairs help you. What the hell is up with America? Hold on. People in other countries get to sit while working. America needs help. Not in UK. When I worked at a cafe, I did not sit. I stood like a man. Russia and USA usually. Russia and USA in space. What country is next to the USA? USB. Why are the drinking fountains so short in Europe?
Oh, no way. No way. That is funny. Hold on.
Next to the USA. USB. Why are the
Is she drinking out of the potato tub?
Drinking fountains so short in Europe? Are Americans even real? Because how can they go to the store like this? Europe. I can't believe Americans don't know European flags. European flags? I don't know many of them. Probably know half. Europe. Doctor. Person who kills your ills with pills, then kills you with bills. Americans who use color. British who use color. Me who uses both because English is not my native language. Americans. Gasoline has gotten so expensive. Meanwhile, Europe. Creeper van. Old folks van. The most expensive van ride of your life. Americans making 60k annually. Europeans making 60k annually. Doesn't this highly depend on which part of America you're from though? I know California you have to be making 150k to just be comfortable. Invent a new sport. Everyone starts playing it. Can't even win the championship. Invent a new sport. Nobody cares. Always be the world champs.
Oh, that's tough, man. Yeah, okay.
Gotta admit, I did watch an American football game on my PC, obviously not in person. It's kind of cool. In movies, when kids sneak through their windows, and I'm just like, why didn't you have screens in your windows? Who doesn't have screens in their windows? What do? Just let bees and bugs and birds and stuff fly into your room? What the hell? Literally just had to Google that. Apparently screens are widely used in Australia, USA, and Canada. In Europe, we deal with stuff that comes through the window, like a man. This is why you... Okay. All I'm gonna say is, a bat came into the kitchen and went upstairs. Hand egg coaches versus football coaches. European antagonist in American movies and TV starter pack. Americans, when they find out that tree farms are called tree schools in Germany.
Tree schools?
Europe, according to American movies. You know what I hate about American movies? They always make London to look awful. Sewer rats, dirty. It's actually pretty clean. I mean, it depends the area. Meta, if you don't let us spy on you, we will leave Europe, Europeans. Okay, leave then. Meta, you think that's cringe? Italian mums wait 9 months just to end up naming their kid Giuseppe. This guy is called Giuseppe. Screw you. Americans, when you call an ambulance after a serious accident. You what? In Spider-Man 2002, Peter has a radioactive spider bite the size of a golf ball. But instead of going to a doctor, he decides to sleep it off. This is because Peter lives in America. A very, very popular opinion. This was the best Spider-Man. You can drive 30 hours in Michigan and still be in Michigan. The European mind cannot comprehend this. Midwesterners driving around looking for something to do this weekend. American movies be like, US, Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Mexico. How Europeans see America. Get screwed. What do you call a Karen in Europe? An American. Speak American.
Oh,
you got any ranch dressing? USA. European forests versus... This is not what European forests are like. They are the same as American. How I see Europe as an American. I can't go there, so I'm looking at it on Google Maps. Britain. We need to raise your taxes. USA. How about you, sucker? Star-spangled ding-dongs. I don't want anyone to take this the wrong way, but Europe is kind of like a miniature America. All the landscape and trees and stuff are small. They're little versions of the stuff we got going on over here. Even your big things like the Alps are so cute. You could put a fun roller coaster up there and make it a little ride for the kids. The only big thing you lot have are obesity rates. Okay, medical debt and carcinogenic diets. The Alps are the biggest mountain range in the world. European culture is hating all other European nations. Like, yeah, we're at peace, we're cooperating, no tensions or anything, but if I have to talk to a goddamn Belgian, waffles over windmills, I will annex you. I was back in Texas for literally an hour, and then be prepared for a zombie apocalypse. Sometimes I think American stereotypes are over-exaggerated, but then I remember there is a high school in my town called Independence, so that's right, America. Remember Pearl Harbor. European
What the
Independence, so that's right, America. Remember
What the hell? Pearl Harbor. If you don't know, Pearl Harbor is yeah, never mind. If you don't know, you can look it up. It's a military Navy base. Whoa. There's no way this has to be photoshopped. How could they put that in there? Somebody would have told them immediately. Like, what the hell is this?
Pearl Harbor. European MEMES starter kit. American bad, America fat, America dumb, America guns. Trying to follow a European recipe? Don't bother, it's bland. Indeed. Doesn't have 20 kilos of sugar, and it's not deep fried. You know there's flavoring besides sugar and deep fry, yeah? Like, I don't know, garlic, parsley, thyme. Do Europeans have a spice rack? No, we've never heard of these all common, ubiquitous spices. It's not the United States is #1 in education or anything. Oh wait, we are. Yeah, your source literally puts you in place 7. It literally says that #1 is Switzerland. I think the fair list everyone can agree upon. Europe over US, no tipping, mountains next to beaches. Beautiful architecture, great music. Europe, but USA is better. No air conditioning, no coffee, limited Ubers, no bagels, 50 languages, all drinks served in mini cups. Health insurance is cool because you get to pay a bunch of money each month for nothing. Then if something bad happens to you, you pay a bunch more. This changes everything. Do you understand why it trips me out that people can drive over 45 minutes and be in another country? I drive for 45 minutes and I'm in like a city over. I live in Italy and took a day trip to go to Austria and Germany. It's impossible.
That is something that does bog my mind, but also seems really freaking cool that you can travel to different countries so easily. Yeah, you're gonna be in the same state. I mean,
city over. I live in Italy and took a day trip to go to Austria and Germany. It's
That's
impossible to leave
crazy.
Texas. You will be in Texas forever. Chums, that's sweet and all, but Australia just ate Texas for breakfast. Just found out moose.
Australia is a country. Texas is one state in our country. So it doesn't make a point to me. I mean,
That's sweet and all, but Australia just ate Texas for breakfast. Just found out moose can dive as deep as 20 feet, 6 meters, for aquatic vegetation. Can you imagine like being a diver and you're 20 feet underwater, it's murky, and you run into a moose? A moose.
Crazy.
Which is, by
I
the
never
way,
knew
one
that.
of the reasons that a regular predator of the moose is the orca whale. What the heck is that? The European mind cannot comprehend this. Chocolate covered bacon.
Yes!
So UK
Oh, it does, try
surveillance,
it.
USA surveillance, Eastern Europe. This is actually really funny. In high school, my humanities teacher told us a story about one of the Europe trips he had gone on with the school a few summers past. So him and the group of kids were in the middle of Rome and the tour guide had gotten lost. They could figure out how to get to some church they were going to see. All of a sudden, one of the students called attention to himself. He says he knows where to go and just starts walking around the streets, taking back roads and side streets, and within 20 minutes, they're at the church they needed to get to. My teacher asks the kid if he has ever been to Italy before. He says, no, he just knew where to go because he played Assassin's Creed Brotherhood, based Harry Potter. Spells are very specific pronunciations, enunciations, and wand movement. Fantastic beasts. Just point and shoot, man. It's like British style versus American style. They think all Americans are fat, and yet we win gold medals at the Olympics. We got a few too, even though we are the size of Ohio. America, when the French asked for their money back in 1786, I declare bankruptcy. Canada, Russia, Japan, China, Europe, USA. Independence from Britain is celebrated somewhere in the world. On average, 1 in 7 days. USA, Michigan, Japan. Damn, this season of New USA is lit. So my stupid butt cancelled my credit card because I saw someone was using it in Europe. But I am in Europe and I'm the only one using it. Me. Are you British? Him. How did you know? Also him.
What?
I'm the only one using it. Me. Are you British? Him. How did you know? Also him. Americans.
That is crazy.
How did you know we're American? Also Americans. Midwest foods that would kill a European. Europeans. Go to sleep. Americans. Weapons are part of my religion. Europeans. Why can't you just be normal? Europe. Screams in 40 degrees Celsius. 7-Eleven announced, bring your own cup day and you can fill anything with Slurpee.
That is awesome.
Yes. 7-Eleven announced,
Look at the
bring your
size
own
of that
cup day
jug.
and you can
Oh my
fill
God.
anything with Slurpee. American Spider-Man. I refuse to kill anyone. Japanese Spider-Man. He has a gun. Americans. Gas is so darn expensive. Also Americans. Drives a car as big as a World War II tank. Americans sharing their opinions in a less cancelable way. Europeans harshly poking fun at every country. America's too easy. Losing
Jeez.
pounds in the UK. Losing pounds in the US. All of the US celebrating 420. Me, as a European trying to figure out what month is the 20th. Europeans
Oh
when
God.
Americans don't know where Gloucestershire is. Europeans when they are asked to label a US map for the state other than California or Texas. Languages spoken in European countries, according to movies made in Europe. According to movies made in the USA. Most of us are a hospital bill away from being broke. I'm sorry, is this some sort of American joke that I'm too European to understand? On today's episode of How American Are You? I deep fried a loaded gun. Did you eat it though? Non-native English speakers choosing which accent to steal for the rest of their life. I have a bloody nose. Mate, we all have noses in it. Waiting room of a family court
I
in
get it.
England. European.
I think I got that one. I have a bloody nose. Like it's bloody brilliant.
Mate, we all have noses in it. Waiting room of a family court in England. Europeans.
God.
I have one job, plenty of blah 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 blah. This is not true though. One job does not. No, this must be a really old meme because we still need to get 3 jobs just like the Americans. Europe is explaining why they are better than America. And that's a fact. Praying for the people in England. What happened there? They live there. 25-year-old
Oh, God.
European versus 25-year-old American. It seems like they have their life more in check. American police in films versus British police in films. America. We want to know where you are going and where you are going. Europe, go screw yourself. Everything is confusing. US introduces AI-powered vending machines to sell bullets. This is the most American headline ever.
No. US introduces AI-powered vending machine to sell bullets. There is no shot. This is... it's under memes are. It's... Yeah. No.
AI-powered vending machines to sell bullets. This is the most American headline ever. Europeans talking to Americans. expectation.
Metric system is better and Celsius makes more sense. Imperial system is stupid.
No, imperial system is better. We love inches and pounds. Your system is stupid. Lol, reality. Lol, you're right. England. It's unfair of the EU to tax people of another country when they have no say. The United States. World. Glove box. USA. Glock box.
Glock
the fact
box,
that
hell
Europeans
yeah.
make these memes, while most Americans don't give the slightest damn, is evidence of that being the other way around. Centimeters, kilograms, liters, Celsius. America, crying. Me, a European. Opening Reddit the day after a US presidential debate. Did IQs just drop sharply while I was away? This is me going on Twitter. But you guys should see UK Parliament. They're just shouting at each other. Northern Europeans. I apologize profusely for my non-native English. I do hope my impoverished vocabulary won't hinder or devalue our conversation. Southern Europeans. Hey, speak English, very good. Honestly,
God.
anyone trying to speak English is good enough. I don't get people who make fun of accents. I think it's kind of weird and mean and cringe. Unless they're being mean to you, then go for it. They should add trench warfare mechanics to football. This is already the sport where they have 10 severe injuries in 30 seconds to gain 5 yards of wet grass. What more do you want? Europeans to stop pretending this post is even remotely vague about which type of football we're talking about. They should add trench warfare to football and football 2, the old one. Big fan of calling the original one football 2. I mean, as long as you're not calling it soccer. Do people outside of US celebrate the American Independence Day? 4th of July. Why or why not? Why would they? Do you guys in America celebrate Red Oak?
Well, unless they're asking do Americans outside the U.S., but obviously nobody else would. And I don't know why anybody would ever ask that question. That's, you got to be totally ignorant. If you, yeah.
October Revolution? No, what's that? GBBO. A s'more is basically just an Italian meringue sandwiched between two Ganache cupboard digestives. Americans. Amazing. Every word of what you just said is wrong. I feel like Tumblr doesn't know about the pain and suffering that is English tap water. Girl, there are staglamites inside me. OP lives in the south. The tap water up here is from the springs. It's so clean and fresh and has no staglamites whatsoever. Cope and seethed, southerner. My bones are strong from all the chalk I've been drinking that I could mull you into a fine paste. You guys are like a 2-hour drive from each other. Disney didn't kill the EU. The EU hasn't done unless you and everyone else let it die. Lucasfilms made the decision to create new stories. Get to know these facts. I spent a good minute staring at this, trying to work out how Disney could possibly kill the European Union. Disney caused Brexit. We Americans act really cocky and mean about freedom to hide the fact our government is crumbling and nobody is actually free, so please give us this one day to be annoying about it. Kinda feel bad for poor Americans now. A bit like the bully kid who you realize is only acting like that because their parents are cruel and neglectful. Hell no. Americans like the leading powerhouse. Wait, why does the American internet cost like $55? With all this net neutrality stuff, I've discovered that normally internet in the US costs like $55 a month. What? You're already getting ripped off like crazy. I'm getting fiber optic internet for 25 euros over here. That's like
It's not. This has to be old because you only get it for like $55 a month if you have like 7 other things in the freaking TV and cable and all sorts of shite tied into it. You can't just get internet. $55.
like $31, $30. I'm gonna check if my calculations were true. 25 euros to USD. It's 27. 55 a month? Huh, no, it's much more. Comcast, Verizon, AT&T. Love to stick it to the Americans and overcharge for internet. Is America perfect? No, of course not. But do we have furious spinning blades in the drain of our kitchen sink to pulverize wayward food scraps?
Dude, garbage disposals are amazing.
Absolutely. This is cool. I wish we had this. Every single European stereotype is true. Because why did I jokingly say, now you have to buy me a beer, after giving a cig to a German guy? And he went, they are not equivalent in price. Once I asked a French guy at a music festival in Paris for a hit of his joint, and he said, no, I am, selfish. When Europeans travel in America and go to pay the restaurant bill without tip, we don't do that here.
Oh gosh.
USA is the best country, and everyone
Oh my goodness, that was funny. There was some stuff in there, obviously, I had to speak up on. But overall, dude, I get it. The jokes and stuff, they're hilarious. I hear a lot of this stuff. I'm surprised, really, I didn't see a lot of stuff about guns because that's like the most thing and go-to that people like to give me crap about and talk about how it's all crazy and way over the top than it actually is. But I'm really surprised I didn't see that in here. But anyways, if you like this content, make sure you hit that like button. I'd appreciate it and hope you guys have a wonderful evening. All right, we'll see you in the next one. Bye.